Here are my top Amazon picks for your eyes and eye health. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Lee, a board-certified ophthalmologist. Today, let's talk about some products that I regularly recommend for my patients or have used myself. Let's get started by discussing eye drops. You need to be extremely careful when you're buying eye drops. There have been multiple eye drop recalls over the past year. Most significantly, on October 27, 2023, the FDA announced the recall of over 26 over-the-counter eye drops due to the potential risk of eye infections. And even since then, this list has been updated to include other brands as well. This was a result of unsanitary conditions in the facilities that produce some of these eye drops. Some of the brands that have been recalled include the CVS store brand, the Rite Aid store brand, the Target Up and Up brand, as well as Leader, Rugby, and Velocity Pharma. Before you buy any eye drops, please check the FDA website. I'll put a link down below. For now, I recommend sticking to reputable name brands. The two most common and my favorites are going to be Systane and Refresh. In addition, I always recommend buying preservative-free artificial tears as much as possible. Most of the eye drops over the counter have preservatives, which are actually chemicals that are added to the drops to help preserve the shelf life. These drops can actually be a cause of allergies or even worse, dry eye if used frequently and over a long period of time. And I think it's just safer and better for your eyes to go preservative-free as much as possible. My current favorite preservative-free tier is the Refresh Mega 3. This is an eye drop that has some added flaxseed oil, which actually helps minimize evaporation of the tear film. I have some patients who absolutely depend on this eye drop. Unlike some other tiers, which tend to feel more drying after use, this one tends to actually feel really good for a while. If you are not a fan of the little preservative-free vials, another great option is the Systane Complete preservative-free bottle. I really like this formulation. It does contain mineral oil as its primary lubricant. It has a little bit of a milky color, which is a little bit off-putting to some patients, but I promise that that's normal. I really like it because the bottle is soft and squishy. It's great for those who have a hard time with finger strength. I also really like Oasis Tears. This is a drop that has hyaluronic acid, so it's slightly thicker than your normal tear. It's great for those with advanced dry eye who really can't find relief with regular preservative-free tears. For those who wake up with dry eyes or eye pain, you may be sleeping with your eyes slightly open and would probably benefit from an eye gel or ointment that you could put inside your eye at bedtime. My favorite nighttime ointment is Retaine PM, which is preservative-free and readily available. You just need to use a little bit of ointment. I usually recommend putting a small dot of ointment on your fingertip and then rolling it into the pocket between the eyeball and the eyelid. Ointment will make you blurry, so I highly recommend this to be the last step of your bedtime routine. For eye redness, I recommend Lumify. Please don't use Visine or anything that promises to get the red out. Any drop with an active ingredient of nifazolline or tetrazoline is a no-no in my book. These ingredients can actually constrict the arteries that provide blood flow to your eyes and can result in worse dry eye, or even in rare cases, a retinal detachment. Lumify is a mild vasoconstrictor, and for most people, it can work just as well as Visine. For those of you who struggle with seasonal allergies, I'm so bummed that preservative-free aloe is no longer being manufactured. This was my go-to recommendation for those with itchy eyes during seasonal allergy season. As that's not available, my recommendation would be to use extra strength Pataday. Pataday used to be a prescription strength medication. It is now available over the counter. I prefer the extra strength version because you only have to use it one time a day. If you are sensitive to preservatives, that only means one drop of preservative getting into your eye. If you are allergic to preservatives or are not getting relief with Pataday, I highly recommend you go to your eye doctor because you may benefit from a preservative-free low-dose steroid ointment or eye drop. Next, we need to talk about warm compresses. While warm compresses can be helpful in the short term, there are some people who should not be on warm compresses long term, specifically those who have ocular rosacea. Rosacea is a skin condition that causes dilation of vessels in the midface, and that includes your eyelids. And those who do have dry eyes due to ocular rosacea may not benefit as much from warm compresses, but may benefit more from cold drops and cold compresses, as heat is a common trigger for ocular rosacea. If you think you have rosacea, please don't use warm compresses without consulting your eye doctor. You may have to consider treatments such as IPL, which stands for intense pulse light. I'll be making a video about IPL in the near future that you can check out if you're interested. That being said, warm compresses can be very helpful for some patients with dry eye, specifically if you have a stye or a chalazion. Styes and chalazion are inflamed bumps that you can get on your eyelid from a blocked oil gland or a blocked hair follicle. And these can be quite uncomfortable and unsightly. Warm compresses are a great first step for those bumps to potentially help decompress that. My recommendation for a warm compress is going to be the tried and true old school Bruder Mask. I have a Bruder Mask at home because I do get recurrent chalazion, and I find that when I have the beginning symptoms or signs of this, doing a warm compress early on is extremely helpful for this. If you want a mask that can double as both a cold compress and a warm compress, you can check out this gel mask, which has amazing reviews. This would be a great versatile mask for those who struggle with allergies, which can benefit from a cold compress, or styes and chalazion, which can benefit from a warm compress. So let's talk about eye supplement. I get a lot of questions both in clinic as well as on my channel about eye vitamins. Which eye vitamins should I be taking to help with my vision, to help with my dry eye? If you struggle with evaporative dry eye, there is clinical evidence that omega-3 fatty acids, specifically the fish oil variety that has high DHA and EPA, is beneficial for your clinical signs and symptoms. The formulation that I trust the most is the formulation by the company PRN, which is a reputable company that just makes eye vitamins specifically geared towards eye health. PRN makes a great omega-3 formulation for dry eye. And for those of you who are worried about macular degeneration, they make several different formulations of vitamins geared towards macular health and prevention of macular degeneration. When you are diagnosed with macular degeneration, I always recommend going with a AREDS2 formulation. AREDS2 is a group of vitamins that were studied in a clinical trial that have been shown to slow down progression of macular degeneration in certain populations. So talk to your eye doctor about whether you would benefit from taking an AREDS2 vitamin. PRN also has a formulation specifically geared towards those who do not have macular degeneration but want to take a vitamin for macular health. And that could be a great way to get some of the essential vitamins that you need for eye health. If you need reading glasses, it can be tricky to order glasses online. If you have very good distance vision without glasses, you could probably rely on this chart right here to get a sense of what power of lens you may need for reading. Another option would be to go to the drugstore where they have the rack of reading glasses, grab a magazine or book from the counter, and try on various powers of reading glasses. See what power gives you the best reading vision. Part of it depends on what activity you're performing, as well as how close you like to hold the material, as well as your age and what your natural prescription is at distance. If you'd like a pair of glasses that's nice and portable that you can easily slip into your pocket, I really like these portable reading glasses that you can easily put in your pocket or your purse. And I've seen some patients pull these out in clinic, and they can look pretty stylish in person. Another option is if you're looking for glasses that also function as progressive glasses with distance, computer, and reading vision, you can check out this one as well. I like how this one comes in many different powers. You can adjust the legs of the glasses to fit your face. And just like with reading glasses, make sure you know what reading power you're looking for, and you can pick out your glasses accordingly. If you do have some prescription for distance, you may end up just needing to buy prescription progressive or reading glasses. Definitely talk to your eye doctor if you're struggling to find some over-the-counter options that work for you. I hope that you found this helpful. Let us know what your favorite eye product is and why in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.